Hello and welcome to my channel, Kelly Legends Media. I want to thank all of you who have subscribed thus far. We're less than 100 away from hitting that 4,000 mark. So I'd like to thank all of you who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button down below. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, definitely give it a thumbs down. Your opinion is very important. Also hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever a new video drops. Okay, so today's video is going to be a video that that I've held back for some time doing, but I've seen a couple of videos on the subject, so I thought it's pretty much out there, so I'm going to go ahead and touch on it and what my experience was concerning this issue. Now, without giving out any information as to prison or yard or who was there or who was doing what or anything, I'm just gonna say this. I was approached by somebody that was on the yard with me, and they told me that their Sally had a bad mark on his paperwork, on his 128G, and you know, people with crimes against women and children are frowned upon not only by the prison population but by different individuals that just don't like those kind of people. You know, people who do those things. I have a problem with them, personal problem with them, for one. You know, even in the streets, if I see somebody smacking their woman around or something, I'm probably gonna get myself in trouble by getting involved in saying something. You know, and kids even more so. Now, this person had some false charges, and his case was pretty bad, you know. So me, in my own thinking, was just going to take it upon myself to do something about this, and I was already on my way. This guy didn't even know what was coming, but in order for me to get the tools that I needed, I had to pretty much say why that tool is being brought out, and so they could make sure that it was going to be for a legitimate reason and it was going to be used. But somebody gave me some advice, and they told me, hey, you better go talk to so and so before you do this, man, and make sure that he's aware of what's going on, you know. And my response was that Dude Sally had told me that he was aware and that he was told to stand down and not to bring it up with anybody, and I don't want to get Dude Sally in any kind of trouble. He goes, well, it's probably going to come out anyways once you do what you're going to do. So I went ahead and talked to old boy, you know, that was doing things there. I knew him well. We talked a lot. You know, we did some things together. We were good with each other, you know. So I went over and I spoke to him, and I asked him, hey, man, what's up with this dude, man? You know, this guy with this R in his jacket. And he told me very plainly to not worry about it, to stand down, and that he had gotten word from the back that this was a hands-off situation. So I was livid, you know. I was like, nah, you know, what do you mean, you know? And he says, look, I'm not going to get into the details, but I'm just letting you know, Lucky, you know, if you take this upon yourself, you did it against my word, and that I did instruct you to stand down, and that I explained to you that word came from the back for you to do so, and this was a hands-off situation, and if you proceed, things are probably going to go bad for you no matter where you go. And that was enough. I had heard enough, you know. I didn't understand at the time, and I still don't. I still think that it's wrong, but I'm not in the position now, and I wasn't in the position then to really voice what I thought and felt, you know. And it's like that sometimes. So on my last video, I talked about a trip that I made from LA County Jail to Delano, and I told the story about how I transpacked and how it went, how that little trip went. And usually at the end of my videos, I try to give the moral of the story and the lesson of the story. I think I mentioned it during the video, but it was just mentioned in my conversation during that video, and I didn't really stress it at the end. This video in particular, I'm gonna stress it in right now to make it clear that the reason why I'm telling this story is, if for ever some reason you yourself end up in a situation where you find yourself in the same predicament that I was in, if there's somebody there that you can ask, somebody that's doing things there, that's helping enforce the rules and run the program there, man, you better get at them before you do anything, because doing something to that individual on that yard on that day would have set into play ramifications that would have made my life very, very difficult. No matter where I went, you know, I would have been dodging bullets. So that being said, of course, like in all my videos, I always ask everybody to use their brain, make good decisions, and try to rein in that anger whenever it comes out, so that we don't miss our freedom off in a few minutes of coraje, of a few minutes of anger, and end up incarcerated, where we leave our families out here on their own in bad situations, and them having to help try to take care of us while we're in there, because they love us and they want to do for us. You know, we just become a burden. Not only that, but we put them in predicaments that are hard for them, you know, especially if you're the breadwinner. But like I say, man, if it does happen and you end up in there and you run across one of these people, especially if you're in prison, you got to get at the powers to be, man, before you do anything to anyone, because you don't know who they are, who they know, whose protection they're under. And I thought it was something odd. I thought it was like a one-off. But I guess some people are allowed to stay on the main line under certain circumstances for different reasons. You know, I'm not going to get into those reasons and how these people manage to be allowed to stay on these yards, but just know that they are in some cases. In some cases, they're even allowed to participate in reindeer games, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know why or how things turned out that way, but that's the way they turned out. So just a word of caution, you know, watch what you do, watch your steps, and make sure before you do something that it's okay, because you never know, even with people who snitch or just people that are in bad standings, what type of coverage they have, whose wing they're under, you know. And it was a very close call for me, you know. It could have cost me my career, my life, in prison, which means nothing to me now, you know. Now what I'm worried about taking care of now is my life out here and my freedom and all the blessings that I enjoy being out here with my family and with my loved ones and with my friends, my homeboys, everybody that are good with me, you know. And that includes my viewers. So thank you for watching this video. It was just something that came to me over a conversation and watching some videos and just thinking about it. I thought I'd mention that situation that I found myself in. I'm hoping that it was a reason for it, and that this video helped somebody. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you on the next video.